Hello students, welcome back to the English Danny channel. I'm Don and I've got something for more advanced students today to increase your ability to express yourself in English sentences. Are you ready? Okay, so welcome back to our subscribers, and if you're new here, why not become a subscriber yourself? Just hit the red button under this video to join up. We've got new content coming all the time that will help you become better at English. Now today, I'm going to talk about one of the four main sentence types that we have in English. It's called the simple sentence, but it isn't always very simple. I'll explain how in a minute. In English, a simple sentence expresses one main idea. It has a subject and a verb, and it might have an object or complement. For example, Mom called. The subject, mom, and verb, call in the past tense. Mom called. I like pizza. Subject, I, and a verb, like, and in this case, an object, pizza, object of the verb, like, explaining what it is you like. English is easy. Subject, English, verb, is, and in this case, a complement going with that verb of identity is, easy. English is easy. We went to the store. Subject, we, verb, go in the past tense, so went, we went, and then an object phrase, to the store, explaining where we went. We went to the store. In a later video, I'll explain more complex sentence forms, where a sentence can have more than one subject or verb, but for now, let's stick with understanding the simple sentence first. All right, so each part of a simple sentence can be expanded or compounded, to use a more official term for it. And one of the most common words to compound a part of a simple sentence is the word and. Let's take our example sentence, Mom called. We can compound the subject like this. Mom and Dad called. The subject is now a compound, Mom and Dad, but it's still a simple sentence form because it's the subject and verb. We can expand the verb the same way. Mom called and said hello. So in this case, Mom did two things, and we compounded that verb, called and said, using the word and. And we can compound an object or a complement in the same way. I like pizza and hamburgers. English is easy and fun. Okay, see how that works? Now here's another example. The Chiefs and the 49ers played in the Super Bowl. So what's the subject of that sentence? Well, the subject is a compound. In this case, two football teams, the Chiefs and the 49ers. They were compounded using the word and. And the verb was played, play in the past tense. All right. And the object of that sentence was in the Super Bowl, giving us information about where they played or in what they played, what event. You can also have more than one compounded part of a simple sentence. So you could say, Mom and Dad called and said hello. So in this case, the subject was compounded, Mom and Dad, and the verb, called and said. You and I like pizza and hamburgers. We compounded the subject, you and I, and we compounded the object, pizza and hamburgers. All right, so that was our subject, you and I, and our object, pizza and hamburgers. All of these sentences remain simple sentences, right? They're still just the basic form of subject, verb, complement. The fact that one or more parts of those is compounded doesn't change the underlying structure of the sentence. Okay, now let's add one more detail. You can compound the subject or the verb or the object or the complement with other words, not just and. For example, you could use the words or but. So, do you like pizza or hamburgers? This is a question sentence, but it's still using a simple sentence structure. The word order changed to make it a question, but the underlying structure of the sentence is the same. We have a subject, you, and a verb, like, and we have a compound, which is pizza or hamburgers. Mom or dad will call you. Again, we have a compounded subject here, which is mom or dad, and we have a verb in the future tense, will call, and then we have an object, you. They will call you. So, I like pizza, but not hamburgers. Okay, here's an example of a compound using but. This, but not that. Again, the structure of the sentence is the same. Subject, I, verb, like, object, pizza, hamburgers, but combined using but, not. Okay, so you could also say the sentence in another way. I like pizza, but I don't like hamburgers. And then with that, the structure of the sentence does change. And I'll talk about that in a later video where I talk about compound sentences. But for now, let's stick with the simple sentence. Here are some other examples, and try to guess what the subject, verb, and object or complement of these sentences is. Okay? First one first. We want French fries and soda. Which part was compounded there? Well, it was the object. The verb, we, and the subject, we, and the verb, want, and the object compounded French fries and soda. They are going to Italy and France. Which part was compounded? It was the object again. We is the subject, are going is the verb, and Italy and France is the object, compounded using and. My friends and I work downtown. Which part was compounded there? In this case, the subject, my friends and I. The verb was work, and object was downtown. Summer came and went quickly. Which part was compounded there? This time, it was the verb. The subject was summer, and the verb was came and went. And then quickly is an adverb modifying the verb, giving us more information about it, telling us how it came and went. And the fact that there's an adverb in there, again, doesn't really change the underlying structure of the sentence. We'll talk more about adverbs in another video. My wife and I went and saw a new movie. Which part was compounded there? Well, in this case, it was the subject and the verb. My wife and I went and saw. And then a new movie is the object. Try making your own simple sentences in the comments section below. Practice compounding subjects, verbs, objects. Give it a try. And we'll check out some of your examples, and then in a later video, we'll talk about more complex sentence forms. In fact, one example is a sentence called the compound sentence and the complex sentence, and then a compound complex sentence. And those four types are the main types. But we'll talk about that in a later video. See you there.